Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, in the personality development section, we will learn the ways of enhancing our communication skills. As in my last video, I had clearly mentioned that communication skills is not just about talking in English or being good at spoken English. Communication skills require many other things, and that is the reason why this is called as a skill. The communication skills that I'm going to cover is more from the perspective of your business communication, your professional communication, or your professional written communication. This is not about an informal communication that you have with your friends, your relatives. It's not with respect to that, although the things will hold good in informal communication also, but the video is specifically for formal ways of communication, but yes, irrespective of any language. In this today's competitive world, what will make you different from others is how well you are able to pass on your message or communicate your message or convey your message to the listener or the audience or the target people. That would make a difference between you and your competition. That will make your work life easier and your professional life better. So let us start this video and let me take you through on these pointers one by one so that we together learn the art of being good at communication skills. First point is being clear and concise, which means whatever language you are talking in, whether it is English, whether it is local language or Hindi, you should know what you're talking and why you're talking, or what you're communicating and why you're communicating. That thing has to be very, very clear. So if you're passing on some information or if you're making some communication, you should be knowing the reason for that communication and the result that communication will have. So refrain from adding extras or refrain from adding things that will distract from the main message. So first point for communicating in any language is being clear and concise. हम किसी भी भाषा में अपना कोई भी मैसेज अगर पहुंचाना चाहते हैं या बोलना चाहते हैं तो हमें पता रहना चाहिए कि हमें कितना बोलना है, क्या बोलना है और क्यों बोलना है. अगर हम और चीज़ें ऐड करेंगे जो मेन मैसेज से लिसनर का या व्यूवर्स का ध्यान हटा दे तो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स जो आपकी हैं वो बेटर नहीं हो पाएंगी. Next point is preparing ahead of time. So that means you are preparing for your communication, whether it is a meeting, whether it is a appraisal discussion, whether it is a promotion discussion, whether it is any kind of personal discussion in a professional setup. You need to prepare for the meeting. You should know what you're going to start with and what is it going to end with. You should anticipate the kind of fair questions or criticism or appreciation that you would be receiving from the audience or from the listener. So you need to prepare for all that before you even start the meeting. So when we talk about meeting, then any data that you want to present to support your points that you're keeping, or any kind of facts that you want to put in front of the audience, you need to do a well research on it before you go for that meeting or before you go for that discussion or conversation. If it involves presenting anything in a PowerPoint or anything that needs you to display the data on the screen, or any factual information that you're carrying with you, you should have that handy, you should have that ready. And especially if it is to do with any devices, you should also check if they are working fine. So it should not happen that you are in the midst of your meeting and your laptop is suddenly not starting, or the Excel file you were looking for is suddenly vanished, or the PowerPoint presentation that you are going to present is turning blank. So you need to be mindful of all that before getting into any kind of formal meeting setups for better communications. दोस्तों, अगर आप किसी भी तरीके की फॉर्मल मीटिंग के लिए जा रहे हैं तो आपको उसके लिए पहले से ही तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. आप वहाँ पे कौन से डेटा प्रेजेंट करने जा रहे हैं, कौन से फैक्ट्स प्रेजेंट करने जा रहे हैं, कहाँ से स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं और कहाँ पे एंड करने जा रहे हैं, ये आप पहले से ही प्रिपेयर करके जाइए. Next point is being mindful of your non-verbal communications or providing non-verbal cues, which means that actions speak better than words. So if you're talking something and your body language or your facial expressions are something else, then you are not communicating right. And in many cases, people might take it otherwise or might not give value to what you're talking. So any non-verbal communications or any non-verbal cues like being shaky or being not sure of what you're talking or having a question mark on your face will not give your viewers or your listeners or your audience a confidence that you yourself are confident of what you're talking. So whatever kind of communication it is, whether it is agreement, whether it is disagreement, whether it is ambiguity, or whether it is giving consent for something, your body language, your facial expressions have to agree with that. If they are in disagreement, then your communication skills are not going good. ऐसा बोला जाता है कि आपकी आंखें और आपका चेहरा आपसे ज़्यादा बात करते हैं। इसलिए आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं, जिसको भी बोल रहे हैं, जिस भी मीटिंग में बोल रहे हैं, जिस भी फोरम में बोल रहे हैं, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट फॉर्मल फोरम्स, तो आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस अग्री करने चाहिए। आप जो बोल रहे हैं उसके साथ तालमेल रखने चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप कुछ बोल रहे हैं और आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस या आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज कुछ और ही बोल रही है। इससे आपके जो लिसनर्स हैं, आपकी जो ऑडियंस है, वो कन्विंस नहीं होती है और आप जो बात बोलना चाहते हैं वो उन तक पहुंच तो जाती है पर वो उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते। अगर आप सोचते हैं कि ये मेरे कंट्रोल के बाहर है तो आप लिमिटेड बोलिए और बोलने के बाद आप चुप हो जाइए बातों से भी और एक्सप्रेशन से भी। अगर आपको ये चाहिए कि सामने वाला आपके फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन से एंड आपकी आईज से ज़्यादा रीड ना कर पाए तो उनको उतनी अपॉर्चुनिटी ही मत दीजिए। लिमिटेड बोलिए और लिमिटेड फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस लाइए। नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज बीइंग माइंडफुल ऑफ द टोन। समटाइम्स what you're talking is not that important, but how you're talking holds more importance. Which means in what tone you're talking to the receiver, to the audience, to the listener, what connotation you're using, what words you're using, what pitch you're using is more important than what you're speaking. So therefore, we have to be mindful of the tone we are using. हम क्या बोलते हैं वो उतना ज़रूरी कभी कभी नहीं हो जाता है। ज़्यादा ज़रूरी ये हो जाता है कि हम उस चीज़ को किस तरीके से बोलते हैं, क्या शब्द यूज़ करते हैं, हमारी पिच कैसी रहती है, क्या हम बहुत ज़्यादा ज़ोर से बोल रहे हैं, क्या हम बहुत ज़्यादा चिल्ला के बोल रहे हैं, या फिर क्या हम बिल्कुल भी आवाज़ निकाल के नहीं बोल रहे। ये सब बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है जब हम फॉर्मल डिस्कशंस में जाते हैं। इसलिए किस टोन से और किस तरीके से हम अपना मैसेज रिसीवर को या ऑडियंस को पहुंचाते हैं ये बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है। इसलिए कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स में टोन पे कंट्रोल रखना, पिच पे कंट्रोल रखना, टोन को सही जगह पे सही तरीके से यूज़ करना और अपने पिच को भी सही तरीके से सही जगह पे यूज़ करना हमारे कंट्रोल में होना चाहिए और हमको उसका ध्यान रखना चाहिए। Another important thing in effective communication skills is listening. Yes, it's not always about talking. हमेशा बात करना या अपनी बातें रखना ही communication skills को बेहतर नहीं बनाता है। बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप बातें सुनें। Listening is an important feature of good communication skills. Even when you are part of the talking team or you are the speaker, you should have ability to give good ears to your audience, to your receivers, to your listeners. But many a times we feel that okay, listening is so easy, but trust me, it's not easy. Sometimes it's the most difficult thing to do. If you would have noticed in an argument or in a heated discussion, how many times are we ready to listen to the person sitting opposite us or people sitting opposite to us. No, we don't. We just want to keep our points. We just want to keep our decisions. We just want to give our point of views. So listening is very important. Now, listening also has body language. For example, when somebody is talking to you or when you are talking to somebody, it is important that other distractions, for example your phone, for example any music running in the background, or the ambience that you are sitting in, you have to be mindful of that. You need to make sure that if it is an important formal discussion, your phone should be either in silent mode, or when you are getting a call, you should not take it if it is not that important. If you give importance to the speaker, if you give your undivided attention to the speaker, then only will they be able to bring out everything that they have inside, or then only will they be interested in talking to you. तो दोस्तों, किसी की बातें सुनना ये भी एक कला है, और ये कला हमको हमारी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अच्छी करने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. Next point is building your emotional intelligence or your emotional quotient. It means when you're talking, even in formal discussions, you might go through an array of emotions. To the extent possible, try not involving your emotions when they are not required. If you are the speaker or if you are the one who's passing on an information, and by any reason you feel that you are not in the right state of mind for whatever reason, whether it is a personal tragedy or something that you're going through, or you're simply not in the right state to talk or convey something, then please refrain. Try not to talk around that time or at that time, because you might put emotions in your talking or in your conversation, and those might or might not be received the right way. तो दोस्तों, हमारी भावनाएं, हमारे इमोशंस हमारी कॉन्वर्जेशंस में ना आए, हमें इसकी कोशिश करनी चाहिए. अगर फॉर्मल कॉन्वर्जेशन है तो हमारे इमोशंस जितना हमारे फॉर्मल कॉन्वर्जेशन से दूर रहें वही बेहतर है. अगर किसी वजह से सामने वाला या जो बात कर रहा है या जो सुन रहा है वो ब्रेक डाउन कर जाता है या फिर बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल हो जाता है, तो ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि हम उसकी बात समझें और उस वक्त उसे इमोशनली सपोर्ट करें ताकि वो अपनी बात पूरी कर पाए. लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, एक्यूरेसी इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. when you're talking and you're giving some information, or when you're writing and you're giving some information, you need to maintain accuracy. If it is somebody's name, please try to put full name, complete name. If it is some contact number, some email ID, please double check before releasing that note, or when you're talking and you're giving that number, please be mindful of the correct information which you're giving to the audience. And short forms, whether in your verbal communication or in your written communication, you might feel that somebody will understand the meaning of the short form, but it is not always important, or not always the case that everybody will understand it. So the short forms which are universal or which are known to everybody is understood. For example, ASAP is understood as soon as possible. But then there are certain short forms that we have created for our own convenience, or sometimes departments or certain functions create for their own internal communication, and we expect others to be aware of it. And we write such short forms on emails, or when we are talking, we use those short forms, which is not the right way of communicating. For example, work from home, WFH. It is not a universal short form to work from home. So when we are talking work from home, we cannot say WFH, or when we are writing, we cannot write WFH. We have to mention work from home. So this was just an example. Like that, there are so many short forms which has come up, which people think that everybody should know, and every age group has short forms for so many words, so many phrases, and they tend to apply it while talking or while writing in general. So we should avoid that, and we should provide accurate and correct information. So anything related to name, place, contact number, email ID, or any information that you are providing which other person should know all the details, then you have to be mindful of providing that in a correct way. For example, there's some place called Hanuman Nagar. Now Hanuman Nagar could be at place A and same Hanuman Nagar could be at place B. So we have to give the right kind of address so that people understand which certain place we are talking about. So accuracy is very important in communication skills, and that will make your communication skills accurate and better. So accuracy मतलब एकदम सटीक और सही इंफॉर्मेशन देना, जिससे कि जो लिसनर है और जो ऑडियंस है वो कंफ्यूज ना हो, और आपके बोलने के बाद उनको बहुत ज़्यादा ढूंढना ना पड़े, ज़्यादा रिसर्च ना करना पड़े किसी चीज़ के लिए. अगर वो हो जाता है तो आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अच्छी हैं. So friends, that was all. I hope you liked this video. Please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. Keep watching my videos in various segments, whether it is personality development, whether it is cooking, whether it is traveling, whether it is movie reviews. I try getting into a lot of things because I feel that one should be versatile. So here I sign off from this video. Have a nice day. Bye.